We have now solved both Sinister and Wicked relics in Totenreich, and that now leaves us with only the Grim relics left to discover. You would expect these relics to be the easier ones to discover, as they can be found in any tier of Cursed and typically only require around 20 to activate, but for those of you that were involved in hunting the Gong relic in Astra Malorum, you'll surely remember that sometimes these Grim relics are no joke. However, I'm making this video today to show you guys some of the leads that we do have for these two relics, as thankfully we're not completely in the blind and I want to catch some of you guys up that may be out of the loop. But jumping right into it, the first and probably the most obvious lead that we have on Totenreich right now is the Mr. Peaks magazine. This can be picked up by interacting with it during the Wonder Weapon build process, and as far as we know right now, you have only one opportunity to grab this magazine, and that is moments before you grab the Jotun Star Wonder Weapon itself. It's placed just to the left of it at the top of the lighthouse, just moments before you grab the Wonder Weapon. Once you do collect the Jotun Star, as far as we're aware right now, there is no way back into the top of the lighthouse, so if you miss it, you missed it. There's currently a theory going around regarding this mag, as some people believe that this is the exact same mag as the Swordfish assault rifle, but it's unknown if that weapon in particular is related at this time. The image of Mr. Peaks on the mag also isn't completely unique, as it's been used in calling cards and on some intel in Paradox Junction, so other than making it a little more visible, the image itself may not be related. But of course, it's currently way too early to call that, as this is the only information we have with this lead so far. So if you want my advice, I would suggest picking up this mag every single game of Cursed you play when you make the Wonder Weapon. Even if you're not relic hunting, you might accidentally do something while you're playing which triggers the next step. This next lead is one of the weirder leads that we have when it comes to relic hunting, and I say this because of what I'm about to show you, as not only does this lead appear in Cursed, but also in Standard, but in a slightly different way. Around Totenreich, you can find 4 of what I'm going to call statues, as I'm not really sure what they actually are. These statues can be found around each corner of the map, way outside of the map. The gameplay in the background right now is showcasing all 4 of the locations with a sniper because they are that far away. But when you look closely at these statues in Cursed specifically, you'll see on top of them that you can see deer skulls. These skulls at the moment seem to be acting like some kind of numbering system. Each game, a random statue will only have 1 skull, another will have 2, and a different one will have 3, and then of course the final one will have 4. Like mentioned previously, they are being numbered with this in some kind of way. However, if you load into Standard and go and look at these things, all of the statues are in the same locations, but they only have 1 skull on them, every single one. Bunch of different random things have been tested with these skulls, like sniping at them, hitting them with different streaks like the crossbow, and a bunch of other random things that you could probably think of, but nothing yet has yielded any change or result. I honestly wish I could tell you guys more about these things, as they're really weird, but at the moment this is all we've got. And our final lead at the time of recording is the animal furs, which can be found located in the hall where Vulturate spawned. Now before I fully explain this lead, I want to explain what it is and why we're so confident that this is in fact a real lead. Inside of this hall you can find 4 hides, which are seemingly numbered by the shields that are on either side of them. 1 through 4, exactly like the things outside the map. The only reason that we are experimenting with these hides is actually due to the fact that prior to completing the Totenreich main quest, cursed items won't spawn in for you. This is likely to prohibit the player from progressing cursed relics before beating that map's main quest. And due to that fact, the hides inside of the hall actually do not spawn inside your cursed games until you complete the main quest. When you put both of these things together, it's kind of a given that these hides are at least something. Although the only unique interaction that we have found with these hides so far is that if you throw a Molotov at them, you'll begin to hear some kind of thud, banging sound. I don't really know how to explain it, I'll let it play now. But I personally believe that this sound is likely just a bit of a bug with it, as the fire doesn't really look like it's setting it on fire, it just looks like the impact. But it's definitely worth noting, as some people have took a lot of interest into the sound. Outside of that, currently there's literally no other information or extra steps regarding these things. So looking at our 3 leads, it's kinda likely that some of them are linked in some way, especially the shields, the hides and those statues outside of the map. Especially due to the fact that we only have 2 unsolved relics left and we have 3 leads, so it can't be the case that one of them is simply nothing. But when it comes to Easter egg hunting, you never really know. At the moment, I'd say it's way too early to rule out any of these things, but if you would like to join us on the hunt, we have a Discord that I'll leave linked in the description and the pinned comment, where thousands of zombie players are actively hunting everything relics, main quests and side quests. So if you would like to join us, we're more than happy to have you. Like these videos, please let me know down in the comments below, as this is more of like an NGT zombies inspired video if you remember those legends. But subscribe for everything Black Ops 7 Zombies, and I'll see you guys in the next one.